Now I could have done this really cool like time lapse, like what it looks like setting for 24 hours, but you get the gist. It's 24 hours later. Here I am, ready to assemble my Instagram ready chia seed puddings. Now, these taste just as good as they look, and I want you to understand that you don't have to make them all pretty like me. I just love the artistic thing that you can do with food. So stay tuned, we're gonna get right into it. We have peanut butter and jelly chia seed pudding, we have matcha tea chia seed pudding, we have stupid construction going outside my apartment right now, and we have our chocolate protein s'mores chia seed pudding. We're gonna assemble them all. No, Paul, you are only making one of those today. Me, from the future, I know things you didn't know yet. Yeah. Bing, boom, bing. And we're gonna make an Instagram ready photo together. Let's do this. So as you can see, I have my chia seed pudding all set and ready to go with all the ingredients laid out. Now this would be a perfect opportunity to take your first Instagram shot, something detailing the process. What I love to do is tell a story with everything that I make, everything I post on Instagram. If you head on over to my feed at Paul Fishman, you will see that I have 2 photos and then an inspirational quote, and just like clockwork, I always post those 2 photos. Having a beautiful feed is something that's really going to help you grow your brand because there's more thought put into it than just posting beautiful photos. You want them to all kind of tell a story. So I'd say take a shot now, get something ready to post to Instagram. Hey, I'm doing some food art. But of course, you can always keep the illusion alive and make people think that there's not a lot of work that goes into a beautiful post. But on the flip side, guess what? There is, because one post for me of 3 chia seed puddings is going to take over 24 hours of preparation, of filming this video, and doing so much more. So without further ado, we're gonna start with the matcha green tea chia seed pudding, and we'll assemble that first. Let's get rolling! Okay, so we have our ingredients here. I have a kiwi, some edible orchids that were just casually hanging out in my fridge. My mom gave them to me last week, and I wanted to use them for something special, so I thought this would be a perfect time. Remember, you do not need these fancy ingredients to make a beautiful shot. I just like using what I have, and surprisingly I had all of these things all set to go. So you need some sort of mason jar. I like something a little bit smaller because it's going to give you the opportunity to not make this huge jar, and if you wanted to gift it to someone, saying bye to a small jar isn't as sad as saying bye to a bigger jar. So first things first, you just want to open it up. Yes, you want to make sure it's nice and clean inside. Yep, if you need to give it an extra rinse, do that smell test. Oh, mine needs a little rinse. Please hold. All right, we're nice and squeaky clean now. Side note, everything that I'm using today and everything I use to make these puddings is vegan. Even those delicious marshmallows, chocolate chips, and graham crackers that you saw. I'm really struggling because I just ate 5 marshmallows and I'm not feeling the cutest right now. So remember, everything in moderation. Do not do what I just did. So first things, I'm going to cut up this kiwi here. Now you can use a vegetable peeler to peel the kiwi, but I just always think to keep the integrity of the fruit and also maintain control of your shape that you're making, that you're going to use just a knife and just kind of like grace the edges with it, getting off all that skin. This kiwi is really just meant for some color. The matcha tea doesn't give that much of a flavor. It's more just for this like subtle antioxidants and all of the awesome benefits of the matcha tea. And the flavor isn't that strong when you just add a couple of tablespoons into your chia seed pudding. So don't worry about the flavors not working out together. They definitely 100% will. So from here, we're gonna make sure all this skin is off and cut out the edge here, cut the edge, yeah. And you got that beautiful color, yeah. So we're gonna, now from here, just cut really, really super thin. Set that aside. Make sure to clean up that mess of yours. So we're gonna take a little spoon. We're gonna take our chia seed pudding. We're going to mix it up a little bit. Now the expectation is that this would be super green, but the chia, the matcha, is going to be super overpowering if you make it that green. So that's why I brought in the kiwi to kind of give it that extra green effect. So we're going to mix that up, and then we're going to take our mason jar and we're just going to do like a little layer right to above this mason. So as you can see, it says ball mason. We're gonna do a layer right above there. It's key to avoid the edges because you don't wanna have to go in there and clean it up afterwards. So you're gonna make sure that it's nice and tight and packed in there. It's just one more scoop for good measure. And pat it down with your hand. Can't really turn it to the side or it'll kind of smudge a little bit. So I'm a super crazy perfectionist here, and I'm gonna need to go in and clean this up here. I'm gonna take a paper towel and I'm just gonna, while pushing the chia seed down, I'm gonna clean the edges up. Flattening everything out, cleaning the edges up. Yes, if you want the likes, you gotta do this. It's also really beautiful and an awesome achievement. Examine those edges. Everything looks good. Yes. All right. So now you're going to go in with your kiwi. You're going to take your mason jar and you're going to put the kiwi to the side of the mason jar. Now the good thing about kiwi is it's kind of sticky, and you're going to use those juices. And don't get like super crazy with the layering. You know, you don't have, it doesn't have to be like perfect, and sometimes a little bit of crossover actually looks real cool. So you're going in here. Yes, the tricks. And I don't even know all of them, but this is a good one. Beautiful. I think I might have cut just enough. Yep, we'll use this guy here. So there you have it. Now the inside, that's where we load up the chia seeds. So we're gonna put that chia seed, just still being careful because we don't want to have to clean up the lips of the mason jar. And the other cool thing about this is that because there's chia seed pudding behind it, it's going to make the color of the kiwi a little more vibrant. Just enough here. Just get it all in there. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to breathe. And then we're going to take our beautiful orchids. We're going to take this last piece of kiwi. Cut it up. You know what? I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it. I want one more orchid. And that, my friends, is our first Instagram-ready chia seed pudding. Really simple. In fact, you don't even need the orchids. And I'm not even gonna use them actually for my shot. So I'm gonna take those bad boys off because, let's be honest, even though they're edible, who really wants to eat an orchid? Right? Am I right? So we're just gonna cover that jar up. Look at how beautiful that looks. Dang. Seriously, your friends are gonna be like, how'd you do that? You're like, it was so hard. It took me so long.